TNA's Micah, formerly known as Camacho in WWE, appeared on the Two-Man Power Trip of Wrestling podcast. Below are some highlights of the interview. Please subscribe to the Two-Man Power Trip of Wrestling on iTunes and via YouTube by searching the WO-Man Power Trip of Wrestling, or visit the official website of the Two-Man Power Trip of Wrestling. On competing in a TNA gut check and getting signed by the company, I did the gut check, and on that day we filmed, I honestly thought I was just going to be rolling round and maybe doing a tryout match, and next thing I know, we are doing an actual show and taking bumps, and I was grateful of the opportunity to do it. Tommy Dreamer pulled me aside and said that it was a great performance, and don't be surprised if you get a call. And sure enough, about a week or two after I got the call from Bob Ryder saying TNA would like to bring me on as one of the TNA superstars, and I was delighted. It was awesome to get a call from TNA, and that they wanted me to be a part of their family. Billy Corgan's influence on the product thus far. He loves wrestling. Billy's mind is for wrestling. He is all about it, and what's nice is he does have a wrestling background. He is the Smashing Pumpkins. There is no one else. It's him. His creative genius is amazing. Although we only had him for like 4 days, he is really engaged with a lot of us, and there are a couple of storylines that he was a part of, and he wanted to make sure he stayed really focused on the storylines that TNA has brought to television. I'm really looking forward to working with him and to see what he has in store for TNA as a whole. You can tell the TNA roster is very excited to have him, and we are looking forward to working with him. Working against the BDC, Beatdown Clan, those guys, especially Low Ki and MVP, were both in WWE at one time, and actually MVP was in a pretty big spot up there, so it's nice to get his insight on how things were, how they are going, and how to adjust and adapt to TNA right now. Ki is a hell of a talent and has such a mind for the game. I love talking to him and understanding how to stand out as an individual wrestler and how to make things work. Kenny King, for as tall as he is, he works as if he could be a luchador. He is deceiving as far as his ability. Homicide I knew from way back when and got to work with him a little bit, but right now he has torn something in his shoulder, and I am really looking forward to working more with Homicide. Problems injuries caused him while working with Mystico, Sin Cara. It definitely played a role. Mystico, had significant injuries that just happened one after the other. First it was his knee, then his hand. The poor guy was just plagued by injuries, and it did hold us up. There were opportunities for us to start something with another talent on the roster, and they tried to get us into something with Ted DiBiase, and that came to a standstill creatively because Ted wanted something else, and we were just bouncing around doing live events, and just doing tag matches with different people. Working with Hunico and their relationship. Hunico is an amazing guy, and is ridiculously strong. He has an amateur wrestling background, so it was always great to be in the ring with him and learn from him. Besides the amateur background, he also has the lucha background, and I learned a lot about being a good base for the lucha-style wrestlers. He himself is a hell of a base for the lucha guys. He used to catch me, which is amazing, when we would do lucha-style moves on each other, and I always appreciated him taking the time to show me the lucha style on our off time when we were traveling. Micah also discusses his dream tag team with his brother Tama Tonga, his time in NXT, the NXT TakeOver special, his favorite WWE match, learning from and the myths surrounding his father Haku,